All right, today we're going to spend a few minutes with Curtis from Advanced Crop Care and kind of cover some of the hot topics that are going on in this summer. First one, obviously, is we're going to talk about is corn rootworm. Curtis, what are you seeing out in the fields with the corn rootworm?
I'm seeing quite a few more this year than in previous years. A lot more westerns this year that I've seen in the past. So keep your eye out for those, especially if you're going to go back in with corn. Our traits are not failing, but they're not giving us the protection that they used to. So soil applied insecticide is helping. This dry, spring and summer, we didn't see the full advantage of the soil applied insecticide, but it is helping a little bit. So
do you think some of that anything to do with how dry it was this spring that they all survived?
yeah, I think the dryness, normally if you get a wet late spring, the survivability of the rootworm larvae goes down, but since we didn't have that, I think about every one of them survived this year.
All right, next question, Curtis. It started off as a very dry start to the growing season where we had pretty much 4 to 6 weeks with hardly any moisture and no dew in the morning at all, no moisture on the plant. What's your thoughts on, and what are you seeing out in the field with disease in the corn?
I'm seeing very, very little disease in the corn. This is my first week. I found a little bit of common rust and maybe a little bit of holka spot, which them are diseases that we don't normally worry about. So I haven't found any tar spot, any gray leaf spot to speak of. So with this late rain that we just got yesterday, dewy mornings, a little bit cooler right now, we might have a chance to have some tar spot or gray leaf spot pop up, but in the next 10-day forecast, it sounds like it's a little bit drier, so maybe we can get by without having too much disease pressure.
Kind of a deeper dive on tar spot. It's one of those things where it's impossible to know if we're going to get it. Last year, we didn't really think it was going to be an issue. Then it kind of came in right at the end when it got wetter out. If somebody's on the fence this year about spraying fungicide or not and is worried about tar spot, what's your thoughts on spraying maybe like today if it's fully tasseled and silked, or they wait another week, or what's your kind of thoughts on that?
From last year, the earlier you applied it, once you saw it, I think that we had better control of the tar spot if we had got out ahead of it. So if we do start seeing it, I would probably start putting out that fungicide as soon as we see it. If you don't see it, I don't know if it'd be justifiable to go out there just to put a fungicide out right at this present time.
Another thing we've seen kind of as pollination started here is that a lot of the fields are uneven, with some fields are tasseled, or some parts of the field are tasseled, others aren't there yet. Some silks are out, some aren't. Do you have any concerns with that, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, especially the corn after corn, the rootworm beetles are attacking those first emerging silks. So just kind of keep an eye on that. Once more silks come out, they'll kind of disperse, and hopefully they won't be clipping those, silks all the way across the field. So just something to keep an eye out for. We'll probably have to hit with an insecticide if they do get severely bad and start clipping those silks like I think they're gonna.
All right, thanks to Curtis today for spending a couple minutes with us going over some of the hot topics. If you ever need something, give him a call. Curtis Advanced Crop Care.
Thank you, Dustin.